銀河鉄道39エターヌル
Okay, let's read Chapter 8 of Volume 2 of Galaxy Express 39 Eternal. We'll see the title here on the next page, but you can see a preview. Starting in color, this is a huge chapter. It's 100 pages. It will likely take us 6, who knows how many sessions to get through it. So let's just go, and we'll see what we've got here. I got to kind of hold the book up here because of the glare, so let's try to zoom in and lighten this up a little bit. All right. この宇宙が内の空間でなく、光とエネルギーと物質の過ぎまく生き生きとした世界であると、人類が認識し始めたのは、20世紀も末になってからである。Okay, that was all one idea. This universe, nothingness of space not being, light and energy, substance, that's the first thing. Sugimaku? No. Oh, it's not Sugi. It's not Subema. No, it's not Sube. What is this kanji? Well, you know what? It's probably easier to look up Maku and then find words with that in front. Oh, Uzumaku, of course. I only read that word a billion times when we read Uzumaki. Oh, yeah. Uzumaku. Okay. Swirling whirlpools of living things of a world existing humanity. Okay. So that's only halfway through this sentence. So this is humanity who, I guess, humanity, that the world's existing with living whirlpools of matter, of energy and light, and not just nothingness of space. That humanity, common knowledge began to do, as for doing that, at the end of the 20th century, becoming since then. So, again, to tie all that together in a way that would make sense, maybe in an English sentences, humanity began to have the common sense since the end of the 20th century that the universe was not just emptiness of space, but was whirlpools of living things, of matter, of energy, and light. Something along those lines. It's all kind of crammed together in that flowing thing. And I think I said ninshiki, right? Common sense. Recognition. Did recognition. Okay. そう確信を持って考えるようになったのは20世紀末からである。As for the ones that became that manner of thinking and holding beliefs that way, convictions that way, it was from the end of the 20th century. Is that not Matsuni? Is that you? It's not you, Whitney. It's Matsuni. Oh, I got the wrong thing on. Finally at the end of, I'm not, it feels like a repetition here, so I'm not getting this, the potential distinction. Humanity, as for the ones that began to have the conviction, maybe even in the 20th century, and at the end becoming since then it was all this. And again, as for the ones that became thinking that way and holding those beliefs that way, it was since the end or from the end of the 20th century. Again, it feels like a repetition. So there's some distinction here that I'm not quite getting. In any case, we get the train and we go into our actual splash page where we can see chapter 8. Again, the title is a little strange. You can see in English it's Dark Queen, but in Japanese, those all blend together. So it's Da Queen. Da Queen. So it's like Dark Queen, but clearly it's Dark Queen. Da Queen. So there we go. We're in the engine room here. It looks dark. We got Mi-kun and everyone. And it looks like Meituru is talking. So let's zoom in and see what she is saying. 39が光と闇の境界線上を走るのは時が始まって以来の定めによるもの。Okay, so the 3-9, as for running or riding on top of the boundary line of light and darkness. Oh, interesting. Okay. Sorry, the English thing doesn't have this page at all. The 3-9, as for running along the top of the boundary line of light and darkness, the time since the beginning of time since beginnings, sadame ni yoromono. A thing, sadame, like a law, a law, regulation, or provision is due to. Nioru is like due to. Yeah. So again, the 3-9 running along the boundary line between light and darkness, it's a thing that is due to a law or provision since the beginning of time. Toki ga hajimete irai. Since the beginning of time, it's a provision. Okay, interesting. Remember that we saw previously in the chapters, there's areas where it's just like, there's nothing. No light, no nothing. Chikyu shiki ni ieba, kyōtei ni nanazuku zettai teki na yakusoko ga aru toyu koto. Okay. If able to speak, or if able to call it Earth style, what is ieba in this case? Yeah. If able to call it Earth style or Earth manner or something, it is a standard cooperation something. Kyote. Arrangement, pact, standard cooperation. And this is on the tip of my tongue. This is like foundation, right? Yeah. Moto. Ki. Motozuku. To be grounded on. Okay, so again, if say it in like Earth style, or like, I guess in ways of thinking about it in Earth mannerisms, it's grounded on a pact or an arrangement. Okay, right. So here she calls it a sadame, due to a sadame, and now she's saying, like, if you think about it in Earth specifics, it's grounded on a kyote, an arrangement, a pact. An absolute promise, existing sort of a thing that's called the existence of a certain promise, certain as in like assured, an assured promise. Yeah, zettai teki. You don't normally see zettai with teki. An absolute promise. Okay. Interesting. And I guess it's dark in there, so maybe they're still on that boundary line. Well, she said they were on the boundary line. Okay, indeed. This is our last color page for the chapter. This nice image here. It's a little hard to, let me brighten it a little, just so it's a little bit more obvious that it's really dark over here. So we're getting this duality again being presented to us in this image. Okay, so let's see what we got over here. Again, Meitoru is continuing. Oh, this is both directions. What's the on reading of futatabi? Futa. Soul. Soul kyo? Yeah, it's like this. Soho kyo ni, in both directions, or for both parties or whatever. 39 とその空間軌道には絶対に手を出さず、振られず、その運行 sorry, it's not that 運行。その運行の安全を保証するということ。Okay, 運行. I laugh every time I see 運行. 運行 is poop. 運行 is like the service or operation of a train. Or operating. That's what we want, operating. There are actually a couple unkos. But this is unko. Safety. And hosho is like protection from harm, I guess. Yeah, guarantee, assurance, that sort of a thing. Okay, so I guess she's continuing to talk about this certain absolute pact that for both sides, or for parties on both sides, I think the kyo in this case is trying to refer to, like both directions alike. The 39, and as for to that railway, that space railway and the 39, absolutely not touching or not meddling and being touched, without being touched and without being interfered with, that operations safety doing protection sort of a thing. So again, she's talking about this pact arrangement. It's the sort of thing that does safety guarantee assurance of the safety of the operation of the 39 without being touched, without being te odasu. Yeah, without getting involved. Absolutely. As for to the space railway and the 39. So there we go. That is our prelude for this chapter, Da Queen. Nandaka kikan shitsunai ga tsukute. Okay, so somehow the engine room interior is hot. Yeah, atsuku. Somehow the engine car room interior is hot. Nebatta kukan o 39が苦労して進んでいるような感じだね。Okay, so Nebatta. Sticky or adhesive. Oh, okay. Sticky adhesive space, meaning space again, like outer space, but sticky space, the 3-9 doing difficulties proceeding in that manner feeling. So it's feeling like it's difficult, the 3-9's having difficulty proceeding through a sticky adhesive space. ここは闇の世界からの黒い風の This is like particles. 何々が空間軌道内にまで吹き込んでくるところですものね。Okay, let me look this up. Bunshi? No, not bunshi. Ooh. It's why can I? It's kofun, right? Fun. Funshi? Oh, it's not fun. Okay, let me just look up the word now. All right, so maybe it's not particles. It's tatsu over here. Tsubu, grains. Ryushi. Particles or grains. Okay, so it was particles. Yeah, so as for this place, because this was kuroi kaze no ryushi ga kukan kido nai ni made. As for this place, from the world of darkness is black wind's particles. So as for this place, particles of black wind from the world of darkness up until the interior of the space railway, coming and blowing. It's that sort of a place. It's a place that's that thing, you know? Okay, so there are particles of black wind blowing in ukikonde kondekuru from the world of darkness. Kikansha ni wa nanidan ga kakaru wa Oltan? No. Oh, fu. Not futon. It is futon. Okay, a futon, not a futon. A futon is a burden, charge, or responsibility. And then futon o kakeru is to be a burden on something. But this is kakaru, so it's like to have that burden. Okay, so anyway, as for to the engine car, a burden is placed. A burden is placed on the engine car from these particles. Okay, so we get an image of the engine car room here. Go. Presumably that's the burden, the sound of the burden. Oh, okay. And we go into this, and I guess, interesting. And presumably this is Tetsuro repeating what Meitoru said, which is Koroi kaze no ryushi, particles of black wind. And so I guess that's what that kind of looks like. Let me zoom out a little bit more so you can kind of see the whole thing here. And we see this goal. So that's what the 3-9 is going into. I don't know what the best way to show that off. There we go. It's a little bit better. It doesn't like this coloring here. the pattern. Anyway, and again, Roi kaze no ryushi. Shidai ni kakutai shiteru yami no sekai. Metanoedo inochi no minamoto desu. Okay, so Kanon-san is leaning out the thing, and we get this boo. That's the wind blowing, as Wincing demonstrated. So Shidai ni dimensionally? Why did that unmute? I'm getting off of that. Shidai ni. Oh, dependent upon. Or as soon as. So dependent upon or as soon as the world of darkness doing expansion, the metanoid's life's source it is. Okay, so again, this is Minamoto, the source. It's the source of life of the metanoids. The world of darkness doing expansion dependent upon or as soon as immediately. Okay, well, that's interesting. All right, I guess this is like seeping onto the train. Tokidoki annani. What is the only reading of Yami? An? Probably not an. Kureyami. Okay, it's just the kun readings. Tokidoki Kureyami ga shanai o tori nukete iku mitai da. So sometimes the darkness, I guess, like passing through, it seems like it's going and passing through the inside of the carriage, the train car. Yeah, so like from time to time, sometimes it seems like the darkness is passing through the inside of the car. There's that poster of the cat again. So desu ne, watashi mo kanjimasu. Indeed, it is that way, you know. So this is Claire-san saying this. I also am feeling, so I feel it too. Oh, okay. Guran. So suddenly the train is shaking. The guran sounds like something slamming or something crashing. All right, there we go. Go. So something's happening here. All right, more maneuvering. Yure ga hageshikute moshiwake arimasen. The swaying, harshly excused, does not exist. So like pardon the harsh swaying, or there's no excuse for having some harsh swaying. That is hageshi, right? Yes. The violent yure. Again, yure is going to be shaking, vibrations, flickering. Tsugi no te. So he's saying like, pardon that, and he's doing the announcement for the next station. Tsugi no teishaki wa Harumazaria. Jikoku no. Wait. Harumazaria. Jikoku no Seibo Kishi. as for the next train stopping station, it's Helmazaria, the holy woman knight of hell. Really? Okay, so when we saw this previously, it was only listed as this. Jikoku no Seibo, like that. And we were given the katakana that said Harumazaria. So we were told this was pronounced Harumazaria. And I kept saying, right, it literally means holy woman of hell or whatever. Now this is like separate. As for the next train stopping station, it is called Harumazaria, Jikoku no Seibo Kishi. The holy woman, holy mother knight of hell. Okay. Harumazaria. So he repeats the name. Teisha jikan wa, as for the train stopping time, 20jikan to 25分であります. As for the train stopping time, it's 20 hours and 25 minutes. Harumazaria! So Tetsuro recognizes the name, and then he repeats it. Harumazaria! Heavy melder de no anotoki no. Heavy melders on heavy melders that times. So he's basically saying that time on heavy melder, like that Helmazaria. So indeed it is that way. Idai na metanoido no josei kishi. A grand, great, impressive metanoid female knight. That's who she was. Densetsu to kashiteru? Yeah, I guess to change, convert, transform. Densetsu to kashiteru fusho? No. Fubai? Fubai no josei kishi, Harumazaria kishi. So there we go. That's how we used to see it. Like doing change or conversion into legend, the non-losing, I guess this is like invincible. What did I say? Fuhai? Fubai? Fuhai? Yeah, invincible. Fuhai. Fuhai no. So the invincible, again, like without defeat, but the invincible female knight, again, we get it, Harumazaria the knight, and with those old characters of the holy woman of hell. So put that all together. So indeed, it is that way. The female knight, the grand, impressive, great metanoid female knight, Harumazaria the knight, who was a female knight, invincible and like done towards legendary. I guess like legendary, transformed into legend. Okay. And with that, we see Tetsuro's briefcase where he keeps his Cosmo gun and some other stuff, including this like presumably sipping flask that has Queen Esmeralda's name on it, or Emeraldus' name on it. Okay. ... He's looking at the gun. This is the gun he shot Harumazaria with. Meta branchi de atta Roweru no okasan ka. The mother of Rawel that met on Meta Bloody. Meta bradi de atta Roeru no okasan ka. So the mother of Roel that we met on Meta Bloody. Seibo kishi wa. Is that's not yokeru, is it? It is yokeru. Hinan. Doesn't that mean retirement? No. Taking refuge. What am I thinking of? Okay, so again, Seibo kishi wa hinan shita. As for the holy woman or the holy mother knight, did evacuation, escaping, did taking refuge. Kizu o otta kedo, like received, bore wounds, but taihishite satta take, it was just doing retreat. Does taihi mean something different here? Just taking refuge. So yeah, like was wounded, bore wounds, got wounded, but it was just like going away and taking refuge. What she was doing. Soldaroka. Probably it was that way, perhaps. Roweru wa hahaoya wa shinda toita. As for Rowell, as her mother died, said. So Rowell said his mother died. Okay, I am extremely confused at this time. Are we? I don't get this. Is she trying to say that she ran away again? It's like the previous chapters didn't happen. I must not be understanding something about this conversation correctly. We had multiple chapters where they talked about her being dead and him killing her. All right, maybe the next page. Maybe I'm misreading something here. そういうことがあったとしても、認識はあなたにはない。That sort of event occurring, even if doing, as for the responsibility, as for to you not existing. So again, I guess we are just repeating this stuff. So again, Rowell said his mom died. Is it that way? I wonder that she ran away. Rowell said his mom died. And we get Meitoru. As for that sort of event, even if it happened, as for responsibility, as for to you, it does not exist. Ninseki ga aru to sureba. Responsibility existing if doing. So if a responsibility exists, それはこの私. That, as for that, it's mine. Basically, if there is a responsibility that exists, it's mine. Okay, no response from Tetsuro. And here we go. This is the train approaching what is presumably the planet Haramazaria. Whoa. Okay. Oh boy. We're getting lots of art here. Again, this chapter is 100 pages, so I guess Matsumoto's taking time and telling this. And rehashing information and all that stuff. Train coming in. It's got moons. There we go. All right. Oh boy. Getting all these big pages here. Oh. Train blowing the whistle coming in. Metabarati tomo, heavy metal tomo, mochiron chikyu tomo, chigatta hoshi da. Okay, so even with Meta Bloody, even with Heavy Melder, of course, even with Earth, it's a different planet. Meaning it differs. It's a planet, a star that differs from Earth, from Meta Bloody, Heavy Melder, and of course even Earth. Oh, okay. And they train passes a large statue, which is presumably Haramazaria. Oh. It looks maybe kind of hazy out there. Oh, wow. Lots of big pages here today. Here we go. They're coming in on this. Probably Tetsuro. Monumental, a large monument, meaning what we saw on the previous page. Monumental. Monumental Kyoku, or Kinen something. So monument, like a memory something. Commemoration monument. Okay. It's just the word for monument. The Japanese for word monument. So as we often see, right, we get the English word monumental and then the Japanese word kinenhi, which again, kinen is commemoration or memory, and the hi there is tombstone or monument. So if a Japanese kid didn't know monumental, this would help them link the two ideas. Unlike me, going the reverse. Okay. Tetsudo's not quite sharp, apparently. Dare no? Whose? Of who? Whom? Haramazaria Kishi no Yuki o Nanaeta. Haramazaria the knight's courage, probably praising, commemorating, or whatever. Yeah, praising, adoration. Tataeru. Tataeru. So, yuki o tataeta. So, of whom? Praising the courage, or praised the courage of the knight Haramazaria. Haramazaria Kishino. So, this is a possessive without the possession. Haramazaria knights. He's Yuki, courage. So he doesn't say that. So of the knight Haramazaria. Dare ga tateta no? Who built? So who built it? Who erected it? Da Queen. All right. So she said the thing. This is the chapter title. The Dark Queen. Da Queen. And nice shot of Meituru here saying that. Dark Queen. So, the Dark Queen. Dark Queen. Okay, so she does break it apart. So that's right. The Dark Queen. Dark Queen. So, Ankoku Josei. Well, no, this is probably Meiteru. Ankoku Josei. Joel. Sorry. Okay, so again, we get the English words pronounced as Japanese, and then we get the actual like Japanese words if you said it in Japanese. Ankoku, darkness, dark, and Jo'o, queen. Da queen, dark queen. Kurai? Kurai no uchu de no saiko no sonzai. Or is it just on? If it's just the kanji, it might just be on. I'm pretty sure it's on no uchu de no. Anyway, the highest existence in the universe of darkness. Okay, so that's what the Dark Queen is. The highest, the best existence of existence in the universe of darkness. Or universe of gloom, but the other universe. There we go. Oh my. This chapter. Okay, we get this double page spread here. You can see where we're ending up here. So Meiteru is going to be describing more about this existence that she is calling the Da Queen. That's what this whole page is about. It's an interesting image. I can't get too bright here. Hikari to Taihi? It's a different Taihi. Okay, so we saw Taihi just earlier, but it was this Taihi, meaning evacuation. Now we get Taihi, meaning contrast or comparison. Hikari to taishite sono taikyoku ni aru idai na sonzai subete o naniru idai na sonzai. What is this verb? Tsuwasadoru? Tsukasadoru. Tsukasadoru. To govern, to administer, or to rule. Subete o tsukasadoru. 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 Idai na sonzai. Okay, so the remarkable, grand, impressive existence that is taikyoku, the opposite extreme of, in comparison with light. Okay, so that makes sense. The great existence, the great being that is directly opposite of, in comparison with light, the grand, great, impressive existence that governs everything. And then again, Da Queen. Whoa. Was not expecting that. Okay. Arewa. As for that, as for those things, metanoidal no honani sho. They're protective dwellings. That's like nourishment or not hoyu. Whole something. Close. Hoyo. Yeah, we're just gonna go hoyo. Hoyo jo. Sanatorium or rest home. Metanoidal no hoyo jo yo. So they're metanoid sanatoriums or rest homes. Metanoido niwa chodo ii hiatsu nano. As for metanoids, perfect atmospheric pressure. So I guess they have the perfect atmospheric pressure for metanoids. Taikiatsu ga usukute mukashi no kase no hanbun mo nai no. The atmosphere being thin, long time ago, Mars's half also not existing. Okay, like not even half. So the atmospheric pressure is thin, or the atmosphere is thin, and it's not even half of Mars a long time ago. Totemo chikyū gata no ningen wa chijou ni wa susumenai wa. Very much as for humans of Earth style, as for on the ground surface, not able to live. So basically, humans of the Earth style, Earth model, would not be able to live on the surface. Interesting that she says Chikyu gata no ningen. Humans of Earth model, Earth style. Koko no chihyo ni mo ningen no sumu kenzo butsu wa naiんだ. Okay, chihyo. Oh, it's not chihyo. Wait, there it is right there. Chihyo. I must have spelled it wrong. Surface of the Earth. Also on this place's surface of the ground, surface of the Earth, ningens, humans living building materials, as for that, not existing. Oh, okay. So basically she's saying the materials, building materials or dwellings don't exist on the planet's surface. I think sozo butsu, or construction of living places. Okay, no, construction of living places. Kenzo. Yeah, structures. Yeah, so as for living structures of humans, also on the ground surface of this place, not existing. Okay, so these are for metanoids, apparently. Okay, that's Hakeshi and like Mitsu. Genmitsu? Yeah, genmitsu. Genmitsu ni ieba. If say it strictly or closely, watashi tachi ga kiatsu fuku o kiite inakereba naranai basho demo karera wa heiki nano. We, so if I say it strictly or closely, we must wear pressurized clothing, place even, as for them, fine it is. Okay, so even for places where we must wear pressurized clothing, as for them, the metanoids, it's fine. It's heiki. It's calm composure. Okay, this is extremes. Kyopa? No. Kyoku. Kyokutan. Right there. Extreme. 極端なことを言えば、絶対真空中でも生きていられる体質を持っている。If say it extreme thing? Or like if talk about if say an extreme case or an extreme event, absolute pure vacuum. Okay, so like even in a pure vacuum or even in an absolute pure empty space, being able to live taibutsu omoteru, they're having a body quality, body substance that's able to live even in perfect vacuum, basically absolute vacuum. Okay. Taibutsu? No, shitsu. Yeah, constitution. Zen. No, kinzoku. Kinzoku. Nani niku. So metallic muscle. Kinniku? Yeah. Kinzoku kinniku ga koritsute mo 動いてる限りにおいての話だけど So metallic muscle, even if freezing, moving limit sort of a story it is. Basically, I guess they can I guess like in the limit. It's a story. The story is in the limit of moving, even if frozen, the metallic muscle. Or I guess this is like as long as able to move if the metallic muscle is frozen. Okay, so this is now Tetsuro trying to figure this out. Zettai Shinkuchu, absolute pure vacuum. Tsumari, Uchu kukan demo heiki nanda. That means the universe space even is fine. So basically, like the space of the universe is fine, even that. Soul. That's right. Even the space of the universe, meaning just out in outer space. Are we going to get to... Okay, I think we got a good pause point coming up here. We made some really good progress. There were a lot of empty pages, which helped. Okay. そんな生き... Don. Okay. そんな生き物なんて言ってたまるか? 言ってたまるか? I guess like those sorts of living creatures or whatever, how could they possibly exist? Or how could I stand them existing? Tamaru I usually do as like, how could I stand that? But I guess, how could that be? Maybe it might also work. How could they bear? How could they endure? How could such things endure? 宇宙にはの限界なんてものはありませんよ、哲郎さん。Okay, so 宇宙には物事。物事の限界なんてものはありませんよ、哲郎さん。As for in the universe, limits to things, 物事? Yeah. As for in the universe, as for things or whatever that are like limits of things, they don't exist. So there are no limits to the things in the universe, I guess. Mr. Tetsuro. Okay. ... そりゃあまあ、車掌さんを見てりゃわかるけどさ。Okay, so he says, as for that, well, as for looking at Mr. Conductor, I understand. Okay, so he kind of knows, like, we don't really quite understand what Mr. Conductor is. So he's like, when I look at you, I get it. でも、風呂に入らないところは、僕と同じだよ。Okay, so, but, like, not taking a bath, as for that point, me also, it's the same. It's the same. I'm the same as for the being in the place of not taking baths. I guess this is in reference to this. Like, as for things, there's no limit in the universe. Okay, so we're getting into the bath jokes here. あれ? 誰か入ってるの? Huh? Somebody entering, meaning someone taking a bath. クレアさんですよ. Hi. It's Ms. Claire, indeed. And for some reason, he's like, hi. Okay. Which, I guess, is interesting. Anyway, there we go. So the train is coming in here. And apparently there's a bunch of stuff under the planet. Or inside the planet. Oh, so that's why she said Chijo on the surface. That there were no structures on the surface. Oh boy, look at this. And we get the train coming in with, I guess that's a hole. Kind of want to zoom in on this a little bit better. Look at that. Wow. This looks like it was like white etched onto a black sheet. And then like, you know, a black sheet where you scrape off. That's what it looks like. If that's how this was made, that's really amazing. Look at these lines. Wow. Okay. I think that's where we're going to pause. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to pause there. We're already a pretty good chunk into this chapter. 50. Yeah, we made it 30 pages, which is pretty far for a Galaxy Express chapter. So we made 30 of 100 pages. We'll continue here with the Da Queen chapter 8, volume 2. We'll see what happens next time.